Here at the St. Augustine Alligator Farm, our big thing to fame is all the species of crocodilians that we have. So we have 24 of the 28 living species of crocodilians, and probably the one that always catches everybody's attention is going to be our Indian Gharials. And that has to come down to their appearance. They are definitely the oddball of the crocodilian world in terms of appearance, and it comes down to that snout. They have that incredibly long, slender snout. Now, the name gharial comes from the fact of the word gar, which is just a word for a pot. So the males, our male Taj actually doesn't have the most impressive one, but typically the males have this big, bulbous kind of knob on the end of their snout. And that's where that name gar comes from, describing it like a pot. But they have that long, slender snout for a special reason, and that's because of their diet. They have a really specific diet. They're primarily piscivores, so they're eating a lot of fish. So they have all those teeth down there, and if you think about it, it's just less surface area in the water. So when they're underneath the water, if they're trying to snatch up fish in shallow parts of the river, that smaller, slender snout is going to be lightning quick under there. And if you've seen us feed our gharials, we do it twice a week, depending on the day, you'll hear that loud snap. And that's just those jaws that are so quick to be able to snatch on any of the fish that we have for them. They're from northern India. Currently now they're critically endangered, so their populations have been reduced quite a bit. Pollution in the rivers, a lot of damming in the rivers. But one that is a little bit unique to the situation of gharials comes from illegal sand mining. So these banks that they're from in the rivers have these really steep sand banks, and the gharials need them for nesting. So that's why we built that at the zoo. If you see ours, we have that big sandbank up there because the animals will go, the females will head up that sandbank, deposit their eggs in the sand, and when they're taking all that sand out, it reduces the banks and the rivers, causing a lot of erosion, which just ends up being less of a nesting site for the gharials. Thankfully though, there's a lot of conservation going on for Indian gharials, especially in India. They're regarded quite well. We donate to a number of different conservation organizations throughout the year. We're also partnered and a part of a lot of various ones. You just purchasing a ticket here, part of that proceeds goes out to those conservation events. Supporting your AZA institution that definitely has Indian gharials, depending on whatever zoo you're going to, you can look online to see what they have. Supporting those facilities is just a surefire, easy way that anybody can do.